know that.
Top 5, dead or alive.
Love it.
Right
I always
there.
mention my Rushmore because the whole thing is a debatable. It was like a marketing thing to do with the whole thing, but you know, the Rushmore is you, Ra, Kane, Cool G, Chuck D for me. That's Rushmore. That when they, you know what I mean? Because sometimes they be like, why you ain't talking? They don't gotta be talked about. You know? Your ears work. This is the Rushmore. You know what I mean? We talking about, you know what I mean? Because some of these kids, the timeline, they need education. You know what I mean? So
We always talk about that.
That's the Rushmore, of course. You know what I mean?
They don't understand that. But how do y'all take a battle? If you sitting back, you hear somebody say some shit foul.
I'm on the horn with my engineer immediately, or anybody that knows how to record me.
Slick.
If the cab driver could record me, let's go straight to the studio.
How do you approach it? What is your thought process of approaching it? The other person.
It's a different.
Do you study work on them first?
Me, I really learned off my experiences. Like with Siegel, I was hostile. I was rent. You know what I mean? I was in a rage. Like, you know what I mean? Because that's how it made me feel. No, I can't lie. Then I got a lot of feedback from, because you know I talk to a lot of older people, a lot of older dudes. You know, I like to build and soak up knowledge and speak to my uncles and older G's in the hood. And they was like, nah, you sound mad, and you know what I mean? You gotta calm down and relax. So first I was like, what are you talking about? I was angry. I wanted to, they like, nah, that ain't how you do it. And then if you notice with 50, my first thing is, I don't want to sound mad. I feel marvelous.
Right.
Came out. It was still rage, but it was channeled different.
Controlled
and it got recepted. It hit the billboard. It spread like wildfire. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So I learned off. You know what I mean? And that's what it's about. But it's competitive. But you got to keep it on wax, and you got to want to get right back at it and with the same intensity. You know what I mean? This social media probably could take away from, of course, from the Bridges Over days, but even from me going through it with Beanie, me going through it with 50, it was, social media wasn't as broad as it was. It was the only thing you can do is get in the booth and, you know what I mean, fire back. That's all I know from watching these guys, from watching LL, from watching from the beginning of time when it's going down. Your ammo is the music, nothing else. You know what I mean? That'll speak for itself, and everything else will falling apart.
How do you do it, Chris? Do you do?
Nah, that's
Is it knowledge you've already had about this person that you was thinking?
Well, see, I'm kind of grimy. Okay, in a sense. I mean,
Criminal Mind. Huh?
When I'm trying to put your address in my rhyme. I'm trying to like really call you out.
You're trying to do whatever. You're trying to hurt. You're trying to do the most
damage
thing you can do. You're trying to say and do whatever you think. You're trying to damage. You're trying to
finish the person.
You're trying to finish it.
In the first 4, 6, 8 lines too. By the way, you know. Go in like that. So it's like, and let me also say this: some people are unbattleable, they're untouchable, and as a battle MC, you can't just jump on anybody. Some dudes is ferocious, never spit a rhyme. Like for instance, I would never battle Biz Markie. He will play you. Anybody, Biz is a fool.
And this is the teacher telling you.
This is Biz. Biz will rock anybody. No lyrics.
Right.
He jump up, start doing the Biz dance. Look, go back to when Jay-Z was battling Mobb Deep.
Right.
No lyrics. It was a photo.
Yeah. At first.
Of course.
That photo did a lot of
But the photo. Okay? The photo.
Right.
Okay? I'm on that shit. Right there. That's it. I'm with that. You know. Strategic. Like, before we battle, let me take your heart out first. Because you're going to need that to battle.
Right.
Let me take the heart out first. And now we can battle. You know. So, like when we did MC Shan, when we was battling, and big up to Shan. Like I say, every time I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Shan. We wanted to be down with the Juice Crew. That's what started the battle.
Right.
Scott took the record up to the Juice Crew. He took Criminal Minded in Elementary, the song Criminal Minded and the song Elementary. Mr. Magic said it was whack. Scott came back, told us hungry, starving, homeless dudes, yo, your career is over. Y'all might as well go back to the home. We was like, what? Who said no? NYG'S, what? So right here, now look at the battle. We hungry with nothing. Shan, top of the world. Shan was huge. Right. Okay. Queensbridge was that's a hip hop classic, Queensbridge. Okay. The Bridge, man, that was one of Marley's best productions. But because he dissed our meal ticket, Scott LaRock.
They come for his head.
We came for the head. What? That's Scott LaRock. Yo, you crazy? Yo, we in the shelter with nothing. This is our only way out right now. Wrote up the South Bronx. First, I wrote The Bridge Is Over first. Scott said, nah, ain't nobody with that reggae Jamaican shit. I said, okay, let me come like this. Then I wrote the South Bronx. Wrote the South Bronx, took it back to Magic. Magic was like, nah, y'all just whack. We don't want to deal with y'all. So Red Alert took the record and put it out. The rest is history. Shan answered with Kill That Noise. Now this is 1 week. This guy, Red, puts the record out. Shan answers that next week. The next week, I had The Bridge Is Over out. It's just like a 3-week period. We going back and forth. Boom, 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 boom. And then, of course, when The Bridge Is Over comes out, I take a shot at Roxanne Shante. I really was going to play the whole Juice Crew. But Kane was my man as well. Going back to other conversations, Kane was my man, lived around the corner from me. Biz was Kenny's best friend, my brother Kenny.
Right.
Biz, they best friend. Okay? Me, Kool G Rap, like Jada said, top 5. Okay? Jay, you know.
Rushmore.
The Rushmore. Okay? I was like, nah, okay, we ain't talking about Kool G. And also keep in mind, Polo Kool G Rap was hard in the hood at that time, too. There was another street respect going on over there. There was some other thing, right? So we was like, nah, we ain't going over there. We ain't going with Biz. We ain't going with Kane. We ain't going, like that. It's everybody I mentioned. So I called Roxanne Shante out. She was the battle MC of their crew. Called her out and said, yo, let's get it on. Let's all get it on. Okay, but when I did that, I realized I was being a bully, and I just called her out. She ran up on me. I didn't realize it until I'm coming from off a tour somewhere, going to the bank to cash a check from the booking agency. That bull we used to go through. I'm in the bank cashing a check. In walks Roxanne Shante. We in the bank. I never felt like, I don't know if anybody has ever been in a situation where you feel you just about to get robbed, say, for instance. Like, you ever been in a situation where you say, yo, this don't feel right.
You feel it in the gut first when it's about to go down.
When it's about to go down, you're like, yo, nah, let me get back to the wall real quick. Let me see what's up. I felt that way in there. Roxanne comes in, she walks in. Why you have to say that about me? I had nothing to say. Mouth shut. I'm like, well, what? I ain't got nothing to do with this. We in the bank. She's screaming over, yo, I ain't got nothing to do. I said, yo, if you make a record dissing, I will not answer. Just, say
I'll
whatever
give you one, let you get your head off.
Get your head off. I will not answer. My best friend, Big Daddy Kane, wrote her record. So Kane wrote the verse "Have a Nice Day" for Roxanne Shante, right? Well,
KRS One sound like a whack radio station. That's
Kane.
Right. Wow.
Styles, where you at?
This is so back to the battle. So look at this. Now mind you, before you came, we was talking about I had helped Kane move from out his house. Kane had called me one day, helping move out his house. So me and Kane moving furniture out his house. Yeah. We in Brooklyn. Kane's my man. Okay. So look at the battle. Like I said to you, I don't think it was he never battled me because of my point was it was MC Shan, the relationship Shan had with Kane, which is why he didn't join in on the Juice Crew battle. It wasn't because Kane wouldn't have juked me.
Right.
See, this how MCs float. It's like a pirate of thieves, like we in a pirate ship, and it's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Say something like, you know, we be talking like this. I'm quite sure if I say something stupid right now, Jada be like, "What the fuck you just say?" Yo, so many times MCs be in that situation where you know, and it's all love. It's like, yo, you got skills, and that's why I say I only really like the battle people I respect.
There's nothing off limits in the battle.
Yo, I think talking about people's moms.
You don't talk about people's
See,
moms.
But
I
it happens.
don't got no limit. See, that's what. No. This what makes him incredible because he did it with moral. He did it with, you know what I mean? Like even when for that to affect him, you know what I mean? For the female to come to him and him like, all right, you can do one, and you know what I mean? That's just showing how ill that he is.
Right.
To still be able to do it. Yeah, to have sportsmanship and still be able to demolish shit is crazy. You know what I mean?
You don't give a fuck.
Me, I don't. I'd say kids. I say kids is out of it.
Right.
I mean the kisser today. I would leave women out of it too. I would leave your mom out of it.
Okay.
I would leave your mom. I would leave your mom and your kids out of it. Everything else is fit.
Baby moms is a go.
Yeah, you got.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So when you
MC and a real MC is able to battle. He's able to drop jewels. He's able to get in the element of the time and the essence and do it. You know what I mean? Maximize it.
Right.
And that's what it's about. I learned
That's
that
the
from you. I
legacy.
learned that from Biggie. I learned that from the greats. That's what it's about. You
Yo,
know
I'm
what I mean?
taking your camera, man. We gonna fight. We fighting, yo. I'm scheming on your camera right now, dude.
That's
Yo.
all good.
Yo, we scheming
Top
on
5
it.
Dead Alive is your first solo album in how long?
6 years. And not before you go into all that, with the whole Billboard, for him to show me that love, Billboard's list means nothing to me. That
He said the same thing.
yeah, you know what I mean? For him, for me to sit here, chop it up with you and him to show me that kind of homage,
No
is
doubt.
that shows Billboard could wipe their ass with that.
Jada Kids and KRS